What's up, guys? Justin Brock here with my main man, my side piece, Steven Martinez. And today we're answering a question: is YouTube for insurance agents dead? If you're like me, like when I started in insurance, I started finding people on YouTube that were putting stuff out there.
I think that's probably the first place I went to look when I started in the business. I was like, well, I got to know what to do. Let's go to YouTube and figure out some stuff. And I think that's becoming more and more popular, right? The YouTube University type of.
I think it's like, it used to be like the University on Wheels with cassette tapes, like the generation before us.
Right, everybody popping your DVD sets. Yeah. That's YouTube now.
Now it's YouTube University, and there's so much good free content on there. YouTube is probably one of the greatest inventions, that when it came out and how it's become prevalent, to just be able to go and get so much free information. But what's happening now, is so much production of content is on there that you have to think, what is the total search volume for what I'm looking for? How much traction would I actually get by producing content on YouTube? How long would it take me to actually get there? And a couple of things you got to look at is, one, if you can use paid YouTube, you get Google AdWords, YouTube effectively, that it's valuable. But that's the same thing as saying using Facebook ads effectively. There's a lot of trial and error that goes in that. Even when you learn how to do it, you have to do a lot of trial and error, a lot of figuring out what works, what doesn't work. You can spend a lot of money doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely have to have a budget that you're willing to spend to try to figure it out.
Right. But on YouTube, on the organic side, there's been this kind of MO from marketers for a while. It's like, oh, if you get on there and you're consistent and you keep putting out content and you keep doing it and you keep doing it, you'll come up. And I still believe that's true. But what I think happens is that timeline of what persistency looks like gets longer and longer and more frequent. By frequent, I mean the number of videos that you have to post, and the length of time that you have to post them, and the quality of which you have to post the content, the research into the keywords, all that can be maybe even more expensive by time put into it, and eventually, hiring team members and all that put into that side of things versus the paid side of it.
Right. So one of your biggest expense getting into it is your time.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're not going to get that back. But if you grow the channel and it comes to fruition, you can eventually monetize the channel.
Yeah.
That's not everybody's goal, but it is an option if you can actually get your channel to getting that growth and getting the subscriber count, the view count up. It's definitely something to consider. But in the very beginning, you're probably not even thinking about that. You're just wanting to put the content out there and get yourself out there and get a little bit more exposed. And in the very beginning, a lot of it's just getting comfortable on the camera.
Yeah.
And then making the videos consistently, like you were saying. But doing that is not all it takes. Now, there's going to be some more that you have to do. You can't just post the content. Like Justin was saying, that was probably good in the very beginning when there wasn't a lot of competition out there. But now when you go and you search a keyword, there's probably 2 or 3 pages of videos that have targeted that keyword, where 10 years ago there was probably 1 page of results that targeted that one keyword. So you're going to have to do a little bit more research. Again, invest your time into figuring it out on what YouTube is going to like to help you grow your channel organically.
Yeah, and the audience that you're looking for too, you see all these YouTubers that target kids that are growing these massive channels, and you got to think about the kids, do things that YouTube likes. Like they click the bell and they subscribe and they like the videos. Whereas, the people that we're targeting, like, it's hard to get a like out of them. You're skeptical senior citizens and Medicare, skeptical agents that think everybody's out to recruit them or sell them something. And even though they're salespeople, they seem turned off by the idea of someone selling something.
Which baffles me. But.
Yeah, baffling. But they're very skeptical too about it. So they don't go and like, and they don't comment, and they don't share, and so those audiences can be harder to grow off of. And so there's people over time that do rise to the top, because after a while they think, oh, it's not another guy trying to sell me something. They think, okay, I've seen this guy around for a while, or I've seen this girl around for a while, and she's producing solid content. I do think it's a couple of tips. One, I think when females produce content, it has the ability to do better because it's less threatening. I feel like, especially in the insurance marketing side.
Yeah.
So if you're a woman who's thinking about producing content and you have hesitation, I don't have an exact metric, but I personally believe, and to some degree, you have an edge on men just because there's less women, and the women that I do see put out content, it seems to do really well.
Does really well. Yeah.
So. And part of that's the quality and that they're the time they're actually putting in their answers. But I think part of it too is people are like, commission breath dude, commission breath dude, commission breath dude. Oh, natural caring woman who actually cares about the people they're helping. And that's not to say that some of those men don't, but sometimes that's a perception that some people have. Use that to your advantage. Another thing is TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy, plug in on Google Chrome.
Browser extension, whether you have Safari, Chrome, I think it worked on both of them. We use it on Chrome, but it has been a huge help in growing our channel to see what we're doing wrong and the suggestions that they give you to help your videos grow and get the views that you're looking for.
Absolutely, yeah. And so we're growing a whole new channel with our channel started consumer content, then it moved into agent content, and now we're growing another just consumer content from scratch. But we've learned a lot over time on what to do and how to produce content. And we have a video team. We have Sid and Sean who are both, working on that. And so it's coming from a different angle. And I think we'll continue to grow that effectively for that audience, separate those two audiences. But we learned a lot. And, we're by no means, at 100K subscribers, we just hit 10,000 on our Justin Brock channel. But we've learned a lot about the content. Learned a lot about the SEO side of Google. Learned a lot about paid on Google or on YouTube. So I encourage you to produce content, but also if you're brand new, I encourage you to spend most of your time on income producing activities, and some of the time after hours producing content, learning about it, and trying to figure out where is your time going to be best spent in developing lead flow until you can actually see the long-term fruition or value in YouTube, which it is a very long-term play, in my opinion. Yep. Unless you can crack the code on the paid side, which we do see some people doing pretty quickly. Marvin Music and Medicare School is one that I didn't see him on YouTube at all, and all of a sudden he's got one of the biggest channels in the Medicare space, and I'm assuming that's super quality content mixed with some good paid AdWords strategy. So it is doable. But those guys also had a very quality business, it seemed like already, with probably a lot of revenue and a lot of experience in marketing coming into that, So
if you want to start a channel and you're watching this, what do you suggest as far as editing the video, right? Because a lot of people don't have problems making the video. They can get in front of the camera, shoot the video, but then when it comes to editing it and adding a little bit of flair, right? It doesn't have to be completely edited in some extravagant manner, but just adding a little bit of flair to it. What would you suggest?
Well, we were just talking about this, like Sid was just talking about, like some of these groups outsource the editing, so you can work with someone maybe on Upwork or find someone local that can do video editing, and then just you film the video and then you upload it to a Dropbox or something. They download it, they edit it, chop it up for you, and throw it over. If you're going to do the editing yourself, it's just chopping the front and the back off of the video, putting up a small intro, asking them to subscribe within the video.
Yeah, there was a while where me and Justin was doing some of the editing ourselves. Again, if you look back early on in the YouTube videos, some of the first videos, there was just small editing, but it was enough to put some graphics, some images on there, and we used Camtasia as an app. It's a free software, very user friendly, easy to use. So if you think that's something that you want to do and dive down, Camtasia is a good app, works on Windows and Macs. So that's something to consider. But outsourcing it, freelancers on Fiverr or freelance.com, there's lots of people out there that just do this as a hobby and looking to make a little bit of money off of it. So easy, inexpensive way to get that video editing done.
Absolutely. So start, but make sure you're paying the bills and feeding the family before you spend too much time on YouTube. Absolutely. That's my initial answer. But over time, it can be a great outlet and a great way to add value and to your customer base as well as potentially get new clients at some point. So
Awesome.
insurance agents should do YouTube, just shouldn't invest too much into it until they have their business going smooth. That's it today, guys. Thank you so much. Talk to you all soon.
Thank you.